extremely challenging trading day today after equity peaks yesterday. Last month we made a video, live results versus hypotheticals. We were up 49, 395.30 on the 200K and up 9,400 on the 50K. Today came in and got hit pretty hard. Extreme amount of chop and volatility. So giving back some of those gains, and we're going to go over the trades on the day. I want to go over what happened last month, and I posted the live versus hypotheticals. The first 4 days of last month, the portfolio that we're trading was down 19,672.50. So it was a 4-day grind. We went through that sort of loss all in one day. So we'll manage the risk. The portfolio calculator, I'm going to show you that as well. We were at equity peaks yesterday in trading, and here is the daily P&Ls over the last 200 days or so. I zoomed in so we could see it a little better. And you have this worst case day, right? Let's see, when was this? This is one of the worst case days on May 31st. This is not the Blitz, though. We got to change it to the Blitz. And so if we look at the worst case drawdown, or the worst losing day, $20,360 on May 31st, and then the very next day, next trading day was up 84.55, and so let me double check that. The next day was actually down 8,400, then up 84.55, and so June ended up being a very challenging start to the month. From May 31st through June 8th, there was a $21,000 drawdown, and so a $28,000 drawdown to start with. So the month of June was up 65.55 in this setup, and let's take a look at that. Actually, that included the end of May. So the month of June was up 26,915. We had this highlighted on that summation. So 26,515. Let's look at the daily P&Ls again and take a look at this and to show you what happened. And so oftentimes this happens when you have, you see the best winning day was on May 26th, 2022, $50,000 on May 26th. And then it had a $20,000 loss on May 31st. And so in my mind, it's always in my mind over history, after having big winning days, oftentimes you can have a big losing day. Here's a $14,000 losing day after a recent $48,000 gain. And so this time, we had a big move in the market yesterday, but it was only up 8,800. So we had grinded to equity peaks. We didn't have this huge surge. The market made a huge surge, but it was also choppy. And so we didn't have this huge surge. We were at equity peaks, and so the thought was in my mind to try to avoid something like this, but we didn't have that huge surge up and then followed by the huge surge down. And so we were right here on the daily P&Ls, and so just massive chop in the market. Let's take a look at what the day looked like. Just these spikes, and watching this intraday spikes, just always on the wrong side of the trade. Let's look at what happened on the largest winning day in this portfolio on May 26th, and then what happened on May 31st. That was Memorial Day, Monday after Memorial Day. And so May 26th was the largest winning day. It looked like this. It's kind of a straight line trend that just went sideways into the close. Not a huge day. 12,018, which is close to the levels we are right now. This is back adjusted futures contract though, so slightly different. 12,018. It was up about 300 points, not big. So it did need a 500-point move to make a $50,000 gain on May 26th. And so it was an up day though, and it started out slowly and didn't have all this chop at the open that we're seeing lately. And then the worst losing day was this. It looks a lot like today. So May 31st, $20,000 loss. It looks a lot like today. Sharp sell-off, and then mean revert back to the highs. And so you can see that sharp sell-off, mean revert back to the highs. So that today's losing day Looks a lot like the $20,000 losing day on May 31st. And we had that big winner yesterday. The market had a big winner. We had a good size winner. The market did this, but the rally didn't start at the open. It started at this is the 24-hour session. This chart is the day session only. This chart is the 24-hour session. So I'm going to change this chart to the day session so you can compare these two and what a big winning day chart would look like. Let's go back. Let's do 5-minute charts so we can see more days. And so, yeah, just a lot of overlap and chop at the open. You know, the Fed spoke there, a lot of chop in there. Didn't start becoming profitable until here. While on this day, on May 26th, really smooth open. And so that's the difference right there. In those 2 days, and once again, today's chop looked a lot like, let's look at it on 5-minute bars. This was obviously choppier, but around the same levels, 12,752. And so really choppy after an up day, and then pretty choppy, same thing. So that is what I wanted to share with you. What happens on big winning days, big losing days. We haven't had the big winning day lately, and so we're kind of due for one. We'll see if we get one. So tomorrow is Friday. It's typically a good trading day of the week. And so let's look at the trading system signals on the day. We have Cobra 3 down on the day. Tick Fader had a nice counter trend trade. Then we had Tick Count Trend 2, nice counter. This is a good day to go counter trend. Very choppy. I'd like to add more of these for days like this. Tick Count Trend. And then we had Stock Index, Portfolio 18 NQ. Now the Stock Index 18 strategies did much worse. And you can see here, Viper was down on the day. Tick Count Trend was down on the day. We went 0 for 7 on our Stock Index Portfolio 18. Robot lost again. This is one strategy we will probably remove soon, as well as Zigzag. Tick Pullback, down on the day. Cobra 3, down on the day. Tick Reversal, down on the day. This is 2023 version. Tick Reversal, down on the day. 0 for 7. No winners on this workspace in the NASDAQ. And the Blitz, we had Momentum Reversal, lost on 2 trades, minus 2680. EVP1 up a little bit. Zigzag just has done horrible. Minus 8750 on 2 contracts. These are 2 contract E-mini trades. And so, I mean, this is a strategy that has had a really nice equity curve. We developed it in May of 2022. Had a nice straight up equity curve for a year. We watched it out of sample do this. Then it chopped and we said, well, it probably won't work. And then it did this. We said, that's pretty good out of sample based on the number of trades it takes. We started trading it in here. And I guess since we started, I have to look back the exact day we started trading it. It's kind of back towards where it started when we released it, but massive extra volatility. Oftentimes when you see a signal a strategy go straight down like this, it can mean revert. So you want to give it a little room. You don't want to just, you don't necessarily want to stop on something that's straight down on a trading system like this that's active. And then adaptive moving average had several losers today. Parabolic VSD was down on the day. So overall, just a down day, difficult trading day overall. So just looking at this from the positive perspective, we were up last month to weather some of these losses, and we are near a worst case drawdown on the Stock Index Portfolio 18. I want to show you that real quick. So $17,000, that's $38,000 drawdown. If you're looking for a drawdown alert to start or add contracts, it doesn't get any better than that. If you're looking for a bounce, we give it a little room. We don't stop right on the worst case drawdown. We give it a little room. These are end of day, so you always have to consider the worst case day added to that. Today was a $20,000 day. It'd be extremely rare for us to have another large losing day, but anything is possible. You have to manage your risk, and we're right there at that worst case drawdown. You could always scale back to see that Stock Index 18 did a little better or did worse than the Blitz 10. And so your stock index portfolio 18 drawdown would be, we're at equity peaks yesterday, so this would be at about a $10,000 drawdown. The risk to worst case drawdown here is $16,000. So just a brutal day. It felt like one of those days where when you're at equity peak, sometimes the market will feels like it's out to get its money back and shake up the market and get it back. And so certainly felt like that today. But the highlight, the positive insights on this are we did have a good November. We like to continue having gains, but part of trading is a lot of back and forth, and we know that there's this worst case loss in there. This is the stock index portfolio 18. The stock index portfolio blitz, the worst case day is 20,000. We know that's in there, and so we have to account for that. We know that in November, we had a good month in November, and the first 4 days of November had a quick $19,000 drawdown. So we got that all in one day today. And so I'd rather have a quick drawdown than an extended drawdown. I'd rather have it all in one day than 4 days. That's not to say that we couldn't have 3 more losing days and have 4 losing days in a row. And so we will manage the risk on that. And the upside, like I said, we have profits that we're working with, and we have a cycle. This fits the cycle historically, and it fits the cycle last month for a quick loss at the beginning of the month. And so that's the daily trading systems report for the first day of December 2022.
Hey, David Bean here. Welcome to Capstone Trading Systems YouTube page. Be sure to subscribe to join our community of algorithmic traders. We are real money traders. We share our winning streaks, we share our losing streaks, as well as market updates, strategies, and coding tips.